Good evening. In today's session, we'll discuss some very important points. The first one is regarding a national park. It is not just a national park, but this is one of its kind in the world. This is the national park which is floating. So there is only one floating national park in the world, and that one is located in India. Where is it located? What are the details? Let's try to understand. After that, let's touch one important concept in economy, that is called Laffer curve. I remember few days back we already discussed regarding Laffer curve. Now we'll be discussing little bit more. And please recollect all the points what we have learned during our Indian economy classes, right? And what could be the possible and probable question in the examination? Let's try to understand. Next, we'll also see regarding the carbon emissions. Entire world is going for larger carbon emissions. That is the reason why the environment is getting affected and our environment is getting polluted. We are facing so many problems. And India is one country in the world which is very much committed to reduce these carbon emissions. What are the targets set by India and how India is going to reduce this? We'll try to look into all these things one after the other. First, let me open the document. Kindly look at this. Look at this now. Yeah. So the question is, Kebul Lamjavo National Park is located in. First thing we understood, I told you already, this is a floating park and that is located in India. Now the question is that, where is this park located in India? In which Indian state? Assam, Odisha, Kerala or Manipur? Answer is option D, that is Manipur. Look at this. So this is the floating national park. This is located in Manipur. You may have a look at this. This is located in the state of Manipur. We know where is this Manipur located. In the northeast we have 7 states and these 7 states are called 7 sisters. Now, when you come back to this national park, it is the only floating park in the world. It is the only floating park in the world located in northeast India. And this is an integral part of Loktak Lake. And this national park is characterized by many floating, decomposed plant materials, and they are locally called fumdis. Very important. So the possible question in the examination will be, where is this national park located? And the answer will be Manipur. Kindly remember this. Now let's go ahead to look into some other points. Stay tuned. Look at this. Another very important one. Mount Semeru is an active volcano and this is located in Italy, Indonesia, Japan or Thailand. Answer is option B, Indonesia. Kindly remember, these active volcanoes, wherever they are located, not just this one, they are always there in the news. Clear? They are always there in the news. For the examination point of view, what is this active volcano and where is it located? That will become important. That will be important aspect for the examination. Right? And as far as this question is concerned, answer is option B, that is Indonesia. Look at this. This is located in East Java, Indonesia. The volcano is located in the subduction zone. Please recollect every point of what you have learnt during your geography classes. You came to know what is the meaning of the subduction zones. And the subduction zone where Indo-Australia plate subducts under Eurasia plate. You know all these things, my dear friends. Just to recollect all these things what you have learned. You know what is Indo-Australia plate, what is the meaning of Eurasia plate, and what is the meaning of the subduction. Everything you know very clearly. Recollect all the points, right? And with respect to Mount Semeru, this is a stratovolcano, and you know the meaning of all these words, right? You have learnt very extensively during your geography classes, and your geography master has taught you all these things. Next, this is with respect to Laffer curve. Laffer curve is related to unemployment, taxes, poverty, or inflation. If you look at the map very clearly, so this is the peak that is related to Laffer curve. You can very easily look at the curve. According to this, if tax rates are reduced, that will lead to more generation of revenue to the government. Government imposes tax, government collects tax, and we have to pay the tax. But this Laffer curve says that if these tax rates are reduced, then that will lead to enhancement or increase in tax collection by the government. So that is the reason why this Laffer curve is related to taxes. Kindly remember this. Now I will show you more points which are related to this. This is a theory developed by supply side economist Arthur Laffer, to show the relationship between the tax rates and the amount of tax revenue collected by the government. The relation is that cut the tax rates, that will lead to more generation of tax revenue. That is the Laffer curve. Next, so we'll be going ahead. We'll be looking into another very important aspect. Look at this. As per national determined contributions, India aims to reduce 33% to 35% of reduction in the GDP emission intensity by the year 2030, 2027, 2025 or 2022. What do you mean by these emissions? How that can be reduced? All these things we have discussed during our environment classes. Please recollect all those things. Now the answer for this question is option A, that is 2030. Look at this. India had submitted its national determined contributions in the year 2015. With respect to this, India has three main goals. What are they? 33% to 35% of reduction in GDP emission intensity by 2030 as compared to the levels of 2005. Number one. Number two, to create carbon sinks. Again, please recollect what is carbon sink. We have discussed. To create carbon sink of 2.5 to 3 billion tons of carbon dioxide, forest cover and afforestation programs, and also to increase the share of non-fossil fuel based electricity up to 40% by the year 2030. Very, 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 very important one. We have learnt all these things regarding, what is carbon sink, what is this national determined contributions, are fine. And we also discussed regarding non-fossil fuel based electricity. Please recollect each and every point. All right. So that's all for the day. I'll see you in the next class with more current affairs. Thank you so much for being with me this evening. Take very good care.